they cut the most important part of the video. Hello. So I was in a Jubilee video, a controversial one at that, and the video was about being a sugar baby. It's been a few days since it came out and I still haven't watched it yet, so I am very excited to film this so I can actually see the whole thing. But what I do know is that the comments have been absolutely insane. And before we keep going on with the video, I actually don't even do this anymore, and I will get more into that later. So when I talk about my experience, it's just what I've experienced in the past. I'm going to react to the main parts of this video and talk about my thoughts and what I agree and disagree with it, because what I do know is that there's a lot we talked about on set that's really important that wasn't included in this video. I truly understand people who are in the comments asking why we're romanticizing what could be a very dangerous lifestyle, especially when young people might be watching the video. But it's upsetting because we did talk about how it can be very dangerous, how it's not all butterflies and rainbows. But that's the only thing so far that I have to pick with the video. Let's watch it and see what else I have to say. My hair looks so fucking green, dude. I'm luckily able to Google him, so I can say that.
Wow.
Say it.
Oh, okay.
This is the one I met in person. He looks the only one.
Andrew Tate vibes.
I'm actually really glad we did this because it kind of helped us loosen up. I feel like you don't typically meet other people who are, you know, in this lifestyle. So it was really fun and interesting to see what other people's, you know, sugar daddies or sugar mamas look like.
It doesn't say much.
Oh, wow. It says a lot.
It says a lot.
Yeah, he's a baller.
I actually met Candy's sugar daddy. He was so sweet.
This is so hard.
It is hard.
Am I allowed to move myself down just by listening to every... Bro, it's so funny. You'll see it. But I literally just kept like, can I move down? Can I move down? I just kept hearing everyone, and I was like, I mean...
BFFR. What did that spell? B fucking for real.
I can tell I don't make as much as they do. I'm gonna fucking move my ass down. I kind of knew when walking in I'd be at the lower end. So when they put me up at the top, I was like, oh, I don't know about that.
You could, but I mean, I wouldn't
just
do
because
that.
I just want to raise her. I kind of want to raise.
I feel like you should be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because listening to like the American Express, that's platinum card, Miss May.
How often do you guys see your sugar parents?
That's a good question.
Once a month, sometimes more.
Once a week, we go out to dinners. We only meet in public, really. So I mean, if you're doing what you gotta do, and you get a nice meal out of it, that's all that matters.
That's what life's all about.
That's funny how I edited it. But yeah, I have only ever met up in public, and I have always seen it as a red flag if someone wanted to meet in private, because to me that's like, well, what are you expecting? And that is due to all of my like sugar relationships being fully casual and platonic. And I'll get more into that later because I remember talking about that in this video. It's possible that it got edited in, it might have got cut out.
Friday nights, Saturdays all day and night, and then like Sunday a little bit.
You said that she makes a lot of money off of TikTok, and I know that world and I understand. So I kind of want to raise him up a tad as well.
Okay. I would like that, yeah. I'm actually living in a mansion in LA right now, and my sugar mom was paying the rent for me in that.
Nice.
So
My lifestyle's pretty chill too. I like wake up, I'll
Might be
go to
a
the
theme.
gym. Yeah.
I thought maybe there'd be one person that's like, oh, I do a 9 to 5. I don't know.
That's literally me.
I just shoot my
Okay. I respect Candace so much. I hope they left her talking about her like grind on why she does sugaring and stuff like that. But such a sweet girl. Her and I literally hung out afterwards. I've been way too busy working because I stopped doing this. No, I'm kidding. Her and I kept in contact after the shoot. You can kind of tell we're like the same vibe.
and that's why you're over there.
I like own a house, so I need to pay off like stuff. So I'll just like say, okay, this went toward this.
Wait, you own your own house, you said?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get rich like them. I think that's the main reason why I
in.
started trying to look for more sugar daddies. Not for like a main thing of income, but I wanted to learn how to create wealth myself.
Yes, absolutely. Dude, I'm so glad they kept that in because it shows a different side of sugaring. This is a really great crowd of people. You have, you know, people who might like more materialistic things. That's okay. And then you have someone like me who really just likes the bare minimum, maybe helping a little bit to make you a little bit less stressful. Then you have people like Candace who literally is just using the ability to find some guys who might have a lot of financial education and experience in the financial world, and she's using that to grow herself, and that's fucking sick.
What's the nature of your guys'
Oh, they did keep it in.
relationship with your sugar parents?
Mine are all platonic. That's why I have a 9 to 5.
That's honestly me as well. Like, I mean, I'm looking for a job just because, like, I love him as if I would say, like, oh, I love this girl too. Like,
What the fuck was that jump cut? I was talking! And then you just flipped to like a whole different part of the video. What the fuck are you talking about? I literally, the rest of that sentence was me talking about how I wanted to find a job as well because I like to be independent. And you know what? I'm kind of pissed off they didn't keep that in because so much of the comment section is slander and saying that we're so dependent on these people and like, we're fucked if they ever stop paying us and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, damn, I really wish they fucking kept that in because it does show that like some people genuinely still want to be independent. This was a whole other part of the video. This was a whole other question that they cut into this. The question that this came from was, would you say you love your sugar daddy? And I'm really confused why they cut those two together because that's not even like a sentence. Like they make me just sound fucking stupid.
but for the most part, yeah, not even for the most part, everything has been platonic with everyone. And if there's ever been a question about that, I've immediately shut it off because that's just not how I want my relationships to be in terms of, you know, getting financial help and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, everything is literally platonic. I cannot imagine being with an older man. That I don't even like boys my own age. Let alone someone who's like 60 years old.
Mine are just like really good friends. Nothing romantic. Like we kind of know what it is.
Alexis's answer kind of confused me because, to be fair, they didn't explain it to us. Maybe not. Maybe I'm literally completely wrong, and if so, I'm so sorry, and you can literally correct me if you'd like. But I feel like maybe she was talking about OnlyFans as well and kind of including that into sugar daddy because like people who are really active on your OnlyFans and you know are constantly talking to them, stuff like that, you could kind of consider that an online sugar daddy. And I know that she said most of her are online, so I feel like that's my consensus on it.
You guys feel good where you're at?
Oh, we're towards the end actually.
I think I guess.
All right.
Like I
I feel like our numbers will be really close.
I don't know. Let's
Really?
see.
6. We have Candace at 1,200.
That's me.
Hey, you're still getting the money, no? You are.
In 5th,
People were also getting upset about her only making $1,200. I'm like, hey, that's still money, bro. Like I said, hey, you're still getting money.
Allie, 3,000 average month.
I have never had a set transaction type thing. Like it really just depends on how much I meet them. So like if they're busy one month and they can't meet up that much, then I don't make that much that month.
Yeah, I think
In
so.
4th, we have a tie actually.
Oh.
3,000 average month.
Oh, oh my god, yeah.
In 3rd, Daniel.
We got it.
Wait, how much?
35.
Okay, nice.
In 2nd, Lexi, 10,000 average
The
month.
jump is pretty big.
It's a big gap right here.
1st, Asia, 15,000.
You can make such different amounts. But if you're just meeting up every once in a while, it makes sense for you to not make that much. So for some reason, people were like, damn, y'all are only making this much and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, babe, that's still a lot of money. Like, what the fuck? What are y'all on?
We did such a good job.
Spot on.
Wow.
That was awesome.
That's crazy. I didn't expect it, honestly, because I didn't think $10,000 was like a lot. I make more on my OnlyFans than through sugaring, so that's just a little extra.
I feel like it's
Babe, $10,000 is a lot. So, okay, she does mention that it's different from OnlyFans, so I'm wrong, which is fine. But also, I don't want people to see Alexis and think that it's really easy to just have like online friends that pay you. No one should think that. And maybe she did say something similar to that, but if they didn't keep it in, you know? So, yeah, I don't want anyone to think that.
Half the world judges me for it, you know, because like we're like down upon because like oh like you use people for money, but we're not using them for money. We're like giving them what they want. It's a transaction.
Exactly.
Like you go to like the store, you want to buy something, and you have to give them what they want. They want money. You swipe your card. Okay, here's my money. Let me get that like piece.
the main thing I want people to take from this video.
Ooh, I'm the ending.
The main thing I want people to take from this video, and that I wanted the intentions to be for is to don't judge people on how they make their money, because it's their life and they're allowed to.
They cut the most important part of the video. But literally what I was about to start talking is about how it can be dangerous, it can be unsafe. Why did they cut that out, dude? Like, that is such an important message. And like, isn't Jubilee about like spreading good fucking messages, dude? Like, that makes me so upset. So hold on, what do they cut it with?
Is to don't judge people on how they make their money, because it's their life and they're allowed to do whatever they want.
Is to don't judge people. But yeah, that's some parts of the video. Literally not even a week after I did this shoot, ties got cut with my sugar arrangement. He mentioned that he was seeing somebody, and obviously this was not gonna look good if she ever found out, and I 100% respected that and knew that going into that, this wasn't a long-term commitment or anything. I'm not the one fucking you, so bye. Thank you for everything you've helped me with, you know? And guess what, comment section? I'm doing just fine. So speaking of comments, I feel like a good way of engaging in conversation with this video is to pull up some comments and kind of reply to them. Disclaimer, I will fully be giving the exact same energy back to these comments. And if you think it's me being butthurt, you would be incorrect. But the biggest disclaimer is that I will be discussing about how the majority of people's perception towards sugaring is wrong and how it's not as screwed up as people think it is. But with that being said, I am absolutely not promoting that you do it. If you are looking for somebody to promote it, you are on the wrong channel. I don't regret that I did this, but I will never do it again. And I don't feel comfortable with the idea of telling people that this is a great way to earn money. There are just too many cons to it all. To any young people watching this, please keep in mind that sugaring often requires the sugar baby providing sugar too. Please do not assume that it is only hanging out with a friend as they made it seem. It can be like that, but most of the time it is not. Regardless, this was a super entertaining video. Thanks. I fully agree. Not all arrangements are platonic. Honestly, most are not. When meeting someone, it is fully about setting boundaries. And it's usually one of the first conversations that you have when meeting them. And it can be very difficult to find people who just want to be platonic. And I get that. They're spending money on me, you know? They want to have more of a commitment to each other rather than just seeing each other every once in a while to get lunch, to get dinner, and providing financial help for that. It's not as common. It's really not. This is a super interesting concept of me. If it is platonic and the sugar parent is just looking for a companion, I kind of get why they pay, but I'd feel horrible asking for money from someone who is that desperate for companionship. Even if they're rich, it just seems so materialistic and sad. I feel like something to understand is that they know what they're doing. They know that in exchange for your time, they're helping you financially. Knowing that they can have this super fun, energetic companion, maybe go to a nice dinner with them, you know, get lunch, get coffee, maybe go to a show, go to the park, and they have extra money lying around because, you know, maybe they are older or maybe they're just super developed at a young age. It makes them satisfied knowing that for their time that they enjoy greatly, that they can financially compensate you. It's a transaction that both parties are satisfied with. And this is me talking about platonicness because, like I said, I don't know anything about the romantic side of this all. I never will, and I never really want to. There is no way you are platonic with a sugar daddy. Yes, there is. But I can understand seeing it this way because of, you know, the concept having a pretty bad rep. And call me fucking crazy, but I do not consider sugar arrangements prostitution because that's something that I saw a whole lot in the comments as well. Prostitution is a quick, you know, meet up where money is involved. Yes. But sugar arrangements are having a relationship, whether that is platonic or romantic, with underlying ties that the opposite party will help with financial needs, where there is an emotional and personal connection aspect. They're very different. And you know what? Some people will never see the difference. But I still think it is very important to say to you, and you know what? If it helps you see them differently, then I did my job. On top of that, to assume that a sugar baby must have sex with them is just very incorrect, and I don't think that should be the first thing you assume about the situation. I'm not going to say that prostitution hasn't been disguised as a sugar arrangement, but the true concept of sugar dating is not I really liked this video, was really insightful. Sugaring is definitely not for everyone, but I'm happy people in the video were all able to make it work for them and that their sugar parents treat them well. Why can't more people be like you? This one's a long one. I can't even bring myself to ask a friend for a ride if something happens to my car. I could never use someone just for money. Morally wrong, even if the sugar parent knows what's up. I don't like people to do things for me. I pride myself in being able to pay for my own bills, my own car, my own clothes. It just makes me cringe knowing people live off of others' fortunes, and it's viewed as cool, trendy, or cute to society, but that's just me. Once that person cuts you off, you're back to being a nobody. Alexa, play Independent Woman by Destiny's Child. Everybody give a round of applause for Chris and Timothy. They really just need somebody to tickle their ego. Love, that is absolutely fine if you don't like asking for help. That's a way to live life, you know, but that's the way to live your life. Even though they were only in my life temporarily, I owe my last arrangement a bouquet of a million flowers for how much he was able to get me out of a deep, dark rut. Not even just financially, but emotionally. I do not have a father figure in my life right now. Yeah, I'm going there. And I don't give a fuck if it gives you leverage in the comments. And when I say that he was the closest that I've had to a father figure in a very long time, I mean it. And with that being said, when he cut me off, it didn't hurt me because I am a smart woman and I will absolutely never be a nobody. And majority of us are the exact same. And you know what I did? I got a job, sweetheart. Did you think we were incapable of that? And I'm so sorry that you have some like internalized deep trauma about asking for help, but don't project that onto other people. I can't fault the hustle, but I know I could never live with myself if I was in this lifestyle. Fully understand and fully respect it. This is absolutely not for everybody. It is exhausting trying to find the right one. Men are disgusting. Scammers exist. It can be so fucking terrifying, and it can lead to manipulation. I know you don't mean that, and the reason why you can't live with it, you think it's not morally correct, and that's a theme I get from a lot of people, but point blank period, it is not for everybody. Yes, speaking of morals, they all seem like sweet people. However, Allie's sentiment that if they are happy, it's safe, and they are consenting, then that's all that matters is not true. Just because there are upsides does not make it moral. Morals are completely subjective, and I am extremely confident still with my quote. What is morally wrong to you will typically never be the exact same as someone that's standing right next to you. The biggest discussion about this whole topic is about it being morally wrong. It is just different than you're used to. I will never understand why rich people pay other people everything because they find them attractive, just for seeing them once a month or only online. And the next person said, I do not understand. What do they do for their sugar daddies / mama in return? Why would anyone ever want to become a sugar daddy or a sugar mama? This is why I am having an open mind about replying to comments, because people just do not understand the psychology behind this all, and why would they? But the same energy isn't really being returned, and it probably never will be. If you do not see the fascination, that is totally okay. There is literally nothing wrong with paying for somebody else's time. You do it every Tuesday with Dr. Susan, you know? I'm kidding. I'm not comparing this to therapy. But for real, if an older gentleman wants, a young pretty lady to, accompany him to a nice dinner, some wine, some really nice dessert, apparently that means they have to be exiled. But the biggest thing that you'll see a trend in is everyone thinks it's sad. But maybe, just maybe, the one day that they have set aside to go see their arrangement is the best part of their month, is the best part of their week, whatever it may be. And you know what? What is so fucking wrong with that? And also, what someone does with their money, it's none of your business. And why do you care so much? And typically, it's not just payment for them. They like to know that they're helping you. But most people are never going to see it in this way because they literally think that this is just prostitution. There's genuine psychology involved, honestly. If this video proves anything, it is the fact that a girl has no need in being insecure. Alright, that is enough with the comments. I hope that by me replying to comments, it kind of just gave you the insight on my opinions. This is a taboo topic, and I am not surprised that it got negative feedback. I hope it at least opened up your mind a little bit. People are people, and they are going to live their lives however they want. And if you spend yours hating and judging how people may do that, then it's time to reevaluate yourself. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe you learned something new, because like I said, not a lot of people know about how this stuff all works. And like I said earlier, why would you if, you know, you're not interested in doing it? If you'd like to follow me, my link tree will be in the description below. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys when I see ya. Bye.
Happy, happy, happy.